Welcome back to the Archive Network. Aurelius here, with Malik, curators of the Creed Archive. We left Akan religion last time in our final episode. We ask, how does Akan religion endure and adapt in the 21st century world? Today, we pick up where we left off. Who decides which rituals matter? In the Akan world, spiritual authority isn't defined by a text. It's rooted in lineages and the lived memories of our elders. This is a living tradition carried forward by stool houses and priesthoods. As old beliefs clash with new influences, the question of who gets to declare what is sacred becomes even more crucial. We have to ask ourselves, who benefits from these definitions? And how do they shape our understanding of identity?
Aurelius, we have to keep in mind that authority in Akan religion isn't just a singular concept. There's no one scripture or central governing body dictating practices. It's really rooted in local traditions, tied closely to the stool and the rituals that families cherish. This decentralization of power is crucial. It helps protect the unique identities of communities, especially as the world changes so quickly around us. Each community has its own story, its own way of life, and that's something we should deeply respect.
The stool is much more than just a piece of furniture. It carries a profound spiritual significance. Chiefs and queen mothers have the crucial task of safeguarding these stools, as they symbolize authority and continuity. In Asante, the stool houses in Kumasi are essential to our traditions. They remind us of the deep connection between leadership and ritual. Without this bond, our history would lose its richness. It's a tangible link to our past, shaping who we are today.
But we must also acknowledge that chiefs and queen mothers are not just political figures. They serve as vital bridges connecting the living, the ancestors, and the land itself. This mediation is a sacred duty, but it also comes with a heavy burden. Their authority often faces challenges, especially as modern influences push for change. It's important to remember that behind every decision and every conflict, there are real people, families and communities, who feel the weight of these shifts in their daily lives.
You're absolutely right. British and French authorities, during the late 19th and early 20th centuries, took it upon themselves to formalize chieftaincy. They established native courts that provided legal backing to traditional leaders. But this move also created significant tension between customary practices and state oversight. We saw local traditions clash with imposed regulations, leading to a host of complications. The consequences of this were far-reaching, affecting communities in ways that still resonate today.
That tension reshaped not just the structure but the heart of leadership in our communities. Missionaries played a crucial role in this shift. Their education methods changed how young people interacted with religion. Instead of encouraging vibrant public rites, which had once been the heartbeat of community identity, they often discouraged them. This shift affected not just traditions, but the way people connected with their culture and each other, leaving many feeling lost in their own heritage.
Yet nationalist thinkers like J.B. Dankwa emerged during this tumultuous time, collecting and publishing Akan proverbs. This effort to preserve cultural wisdom was crucial. It countered the damaging effects of colonial education, which often sought to erase local identities. Meanwhile, anthropologists like R.S. Rattray were busy documenting rituals, leaving behind invaluable written records. These contributions supplemented the oral memory that had sustained communities for generations, ensuring that the essence of their culture would endure despite external pressures.
However, the essence of Akan religion remains deeply rooted in oral tradition. Initiation and secrecy are crucial parts of the practice. Certain rituals and sacred objects are only for the initiated, creating a barrier that protects the sanctity of knowledge. But this can lead to tension about who gets access and how we preserve these important customs. It's a delicate balance, as we must consider the voices of those who feel excluded while honoring the heritage that defines their identity.
Correct. The question of whether sacred items belong in museums or should return to lineages is contentious. These debates often unfold in places like the Manhaya Palace Museum, where we see new generations grappling with how to negotiate the weight of tradition against the pressures of modern expectations. It's a delicate dance, really. People want to respect their heritage while also engaging with the world as it is today. This tension is at the heart of our ongoing discussions about cultural ownership.
And the role of modern scholars complicates this further. Sure, they document Akan religion, but in doing so, they risk freezing those vibrant practices in time. Knowledge transmission becomes rigid and lifeless, which really contradicts the fluid nature of tradition. It's not just abstract ideas. It's about people and their lived experiences. Each community must navigate these pressures uniquely, finding ways to honor their past while adapting to the present. That balance can be incredibly challenging.
This reflects a living dynamism in Akan religion. Reformers and new spirit mediums challenge the established priestly houses, pushing boundaries and reshaping traditions. Chiefs and queen mothers adapt festivals, responding to the pressures of urbanization and modern life. These changes are not without conflict. Disputes over ritual practices and heritage reveal the ongoing evolution of belief systems. It's a constant negotiation between the past and the present, demonstrating how deeply embedded these traditions are in the community's identity.
It's this very dynamism that allows Akan religion to endure, adapting and evolving with each generation. The Akan-speaking people are a vibrant force in Ghana and beyond. They're not just preserving their rich history. They're actively shaping their future, finding ways to blend tradition with modernity. This ongoing journey reflects the resilience of their culture and the strength of their community. It's about real people, their stories, and the shared experiences that keep their heritage alive and thriving.
The interplay of tradition and modernity is intricate, isn't it? The future of Akan religion hinges on how communities negotiate these tensions. They're at a crossroads where heritage and contemporary identity must find a way to coexist. This is no small feat. As we look ahead, we see the challenge they face. There's a delicate balance to be struck. Will they embrace change while honoring their roots? That's the question we must wrestle with as we move forward.
That's where we leave it this time. Akan Religion continues. The story isn't finished yet. Find the full series on the Creed Archive, part of the Archive Network. We'll be back with the next chapter.